reaffirming my worth. I really appreciated that, Caffey, after the DM decided to mess me up.
Do you have spell slots left, Ardreth?
Nothing. That's just it. If I did, I'd get
them?
closer. Yeah, no, I burned everything in the battle, so I got nothing but this bow.
Would you have gotten any of your bardic inspirations back after a short rest?
Nada. Long rest is the only way you get those back.
Okay. You guys might write that down. Long rest important. Underline it.
I believe what we write down is do not listen to DM. Take long rest.
I'm going to say don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
That's right. Your horse might have bad teeth. You wouldn't even know. I think it's awesome you guys are going to beat these guys. I had not planned for that.
Huzzah! True heroes!
And I don't mean not in the way like I was going to kill you guys, but more I thought they were going to get away, and that was going to allow a different plot line to continue. But you guys are kind of nipping it in the bud now.
Oh yeah.
Assuming your rolls hold steady.
Yeah, that's a big if right now.
Yeah. All right, let's bring it back in. All right, let's bring everybody back in. We got a packed full night here going. Hour number 2. Back to our action, and Ardreth, you are up.
Once again, we'll try with a shot.
All right. Longbow shot at our giant.
Yeah!
Hit!
Finally. All right, ready?
Woo! Let's see the big damage.
Yeah.
So it's
Not
plus
bad.
4. Is that 9 include the 4 in there?
Yeah, if you hold your mouse over it, it should say 1d8 plus... It says plus 2 for your strength. Why do you say plus 4?
That's just what's showing up after it. Let me check actually on my character sheet again. When I look at it in the window here, it says longbow plus 4.
It's to hit. That's your plus 4 to hit.
Gotcha.
Plus 2 damage.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's adding plus 2 for proficiency on your to hit is probably what it's doing. All right. Okay. Let's take that off. All right, another arrow sticking in between 2 plates, blood starting to pour out. Another roar from our giant friend here. You have movement or bonus action then, Mr. Ardreth?
Nothing I can do with either one, and at this point I'm doing more staying here shooting at him than I am getting close.
Okay. Greybeard. Oh, I wish I was saying make a death save, but you were up. And exhausted.
The giant is, I mean, he's got guys on both sides of him. There's no way he's going to see me if I try that whole stealth thing for advantage, right?
You can make your hide check because he has a pretty high perception, but it's not unbeatable.
And then if I do then get into combat with him, I have advantage on my attacks, right?
The first one.
First one, okay.
Is correct,
right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's stealth it up. And stealth is one of those that is covered by my perception thing because my character sheet's monkeyed.
Then just roll a 1d20 plus your bonus. Okay. Just type it in.
And
Try giving him a new character sheet.
I have not yet. I could.
Bonus. It's so proficiency is
hoping
at this
to kill
point
him off, so he'd have to have a new character sheet.
3.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to give him a new character sheet called the Cleric.
Dwarven cleric.
Plus dex.
All right.
All right, so you believe you've gathered the shadows around you. Tell me what you're doing.
Hello. Get to there.
You watch him track your movement, so you can tell he sees you.
All right. Well, I'm still gonna let him have a couple of chumps of axe. All right. Great axe.
Yeah, first one hits. Greybeard, Giant Slayer.
Big damage.
And being 5th level. Yeah!
Go!
Nice, although that damage isn't as high as I expected.
Yeah, me either. So what is it? D12 of 4 and 8. Plus 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damage
But
is
not bad.
damage.
15. It's pretty good.
Yep.
He is definitely looking quite wounded. Not out of the fight by any means, but he's quite wounded, bleeding from multiple wounds. And you can tell his eyes are blazing with rage. He's here to fight to the death, and he's nearing death, but he's not quite there yet. But those two took a big set of chunks out of him. So that was movement. Your attacks. Any bonus actions?
No.
All right. Finn and Nod are up.
That, for the record, was a 27-point shot delivered in one round. Let's not belittle that.
Thank you.
Yes, that was good.
Full attack.
Oh, I'll belittle it. Let's see it. 18 is a hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
I am going to burn a smite on this.
Oh, there we go. All right, remind us what burning a smite does.
It is a divine bonus to the damage. Oh, wait, hold on. It's 2d8.
Still got that one.
Oh, fate.
If you mess up next time, just roll another 1d8. So we're
But
going
he
to
maxed the other
But it didn't. Yeah,
I can
it
do
was.
that. Well, I keep looking at the basic roller and clicking on it to roll the die-8s, and I need to go down to the advanced roller.
Yeah.
All right, so
and
that
then
is
9 more, right?
20.
So describe us what it looks like, because I don't know if we've seen a smite from Finn yet, have we?
No.
Hmm.
He Nod will rear back, and that warhammer will burst into flame as it arcs forward and strikes the fire giant right in the knee.
Nice.
And then he gets a second attack. Misses.
Yep, it clangs off of the plate mail armor.
And then Nod will attempt to bite. And I should point out that Nod actually has pack tactics, so as long as I have someone within 5 feet of me or him,
An
he
ally.
gets
Yep.
advantage on attacks.
Yeah, nicely done.
And I can't find a sheet.
Too late. Moving on.
Yeah, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to roll on the dice roller.
Oh, it should be on his character sheet.
It's not. If I roll bite, it's just going to come up as one attack. And they're both misses.
Oh my god. 4 and a 1. Oh man.
Well, you would get one of his attacks. You get 2 of yours and 1 of his. But yeah.
Right. No,
Yeah,
but he
there's-
gets
He has advantage.
he gets advantage on his bite attack because he's.
Oh, I
next to
get you. I get you.
So a 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Jarral. So a 4 and a 1.
A 4. Yeah. So he tries to clamp on, but he's got big metal greaves on, and he's able to withstand Nod's bite at this point. The smite and the flaming hammer definitely hurt. And so we're moving on to. Oh, you got movement, and you've already used your bonus action. So any movement?
No.
Oh, come on! You got to move away.
No, I do not.
All
I'll
right,
even- I'm
moving
even
on
gonna taunt
to
him.
Ian. Oh, nice! Challenge him. He looks pretty worse for the wear. Ian, you're still 150 feet out in the darkness, but you can see all of this happening under the light.
I hit him. I try to hit him twice,
See some rolls.
Ooh,
Ooh, I see a good one.
and then 8. I get 1.
You get one.
14.
Ooh, big damage.
Woo. And-
Describe the death.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, sure, she does it, and it's not as a death steal. Right.
Hey, I'll let you describe the death. You be
I'm just
silent
giving
now.
you a hard time, I know.
That was a death save, a party death save.
So, is he facing me or facing away from me?
You can decide. He's kind of whirling around trying to fight 4 people at one time. So at any point as he's circling and trying to maneuver to keep them, you could have loosed your arrow and had it hit wherever you wanted.
All right. Okay. So as he's moving side to side, trying to decide who to hit, what's happening, just getting hit everywhere, he takes a chance to look down at Ildamane, his fallen love, I'm assuming, and he turns around just to chance a glance at the archers. And just as he turns to look at me, I pull an Ardreth and I send it straight through one of his eyes and through his cranium.
The right eye?
Yeah, buries
Yeah.
in, and he begins to. Oh, we should do a roll. Who's he gonna fall on? This should be good. He's gonna crash down. We'll say 1d4. So 1 is up, 2 is to the right, 3 is to the south, and 4 is to the left. This should be fun. All right, so Finn and Jarral, you see this giant towering who's just been struck, and you hear the meaty thunk of the arrow penetrating the eye socket. And his back is to you, but 19 feet of black plate mail begins to crash down at you guys as you dodge away, and he kind of smashes down in between you two. And we are now out of initiative. Good job.
Thank you for not making me roll an acrobatics check.
Oh, you know you want to roll one.
You're a monk. You should have that in the bag.
Yes, I agree.
Let's just say that was an epic round. Every single person hit and did work.
Yep, I see. I should have followed the forums and added more giants in. It was too easy for you guys.
We even had a Mabs.
There was a Mabs in there.
All right.
That was beautiful.
You guys are so out of initiative at this point. Finn, I assume. So we have a campfire still crackling in the center. We have 2 dead bodies. We have a moonbeam still crashing down. I don't know if it makes any noise. Does it make any noise, Finn?
No.
It's a silent moonbeam?
Yeah.
All right. How long does it last?
That's a good question. Uh, 1 minute, so it'll go out pretty quick.
Yeah, okay. So we'll say that's starting to wink out. Archers on the outside, you can see you can no longer see the giants. You still can't quite see your party members. You assume they're in there. And you guys are up. What are you doing?
What was he carrying? What was that thing he dug up?
What was he carrying? It's a good question.
I start
So-
moving towards them.
Yeah, I'm hearing searching bodies. Is that what I'm hearing from Coffee?
Yeah. Yeah.
I use my last cure light wounds on Jarral.
All right.
Oh, nice.
And when
Thank
you
you.
cure people, you just punch them in the face. Your
Much
fist
appreciated.
closed. Is that what?
I'm all about the fire hands.
Yes, burning healing. I love it.
Lord of Light.
All right. What about the horses that you guys left behind? What's happening with them?
I'm gonna go back to the camp and get those. Bring them over to. Are we staying in the dino area or in the?
They're not too far. They're only
okay.
100 yards out or whatever.
Why is the rest of the party? Are we gonna stay here in this nice fort the giants built for us, or stay in the camp we've been?
Heck yeah.
I think the fort, the giant fort, is a good long rest spot.
Next to 18
All right, I'll go back and get all the horses and the stuff from our supply area then.
stinking,
Who's-
rotting meat.
Who's searching Oxort and who's searching Ildmane?
I'll search the one that's the male one. Oxnard.
All right, female it is for GB.
I'm gonna start a detect magic ritual.
Okay. All right. So who do we want to start with first, the male or the female? Yeah. Okay. So each of them have a giant sack.
I would have expected that at an Oxnard.
Oh.
All right, so Oxort has, as you're searching through Jarral, he has you find a ruby pendant in the sack. You also, let's see, I need you to roll a D100, 1D100.
I'm not taking pixie dust.
You reached in though, didn't you?
You get your own bag of holding. You get your own bag of holding.
So you're reaching in and you're emptying stuff out, and you pull out a dented steel shield. Roll again.
Steel shield.
It's got a pretty big dent on it.
Second steel shield.
Nope. You pull out inside there. You can smell. They've been in here a little while, but you pull out 3 dead trout,
What?
and you get to roll again.
Can I get something out of the 40s?
Ooh, 90. That could be good, right? Oh, you pull out inside there's this big drum, and it's like a musical instrument, but it's made for a giant to play, so as if a giant bard or something. So it's a giant leather covered drum.
Like a war drum? Like a huge war drum?
To him, yeah, it would be like a gigantic war drum. Give me another roll.
Oh yeah, that's a good number.
You have inside here. This is awesome. There's one of 2 items. Usually I would get to pick, but I will let somebody else in the group pick either the first item or the second item. Which one should I give him?
The one I can use.
You can use both.
Which one is funnier?
Oh my god, they're both hilarious.
Number 2 it is.
Ian
Number
says
2 it is. You get a wooden toboggan.
What is this crap?
Rosebud!
That is what he carries in his sack.
This guy's
No
an
wonder
idiot.
He's dead.
Who is searching Ildomain?
GB.
GB. All right, so go ahead and give me a 1D100 roll.
What kind of crap is that?
You guys can't blame me. Now you're making it happen.
God. Please tell me this is the stuff they dug up from Tribor.
Yeah.
Okay, there's possibility of one of 2. So, Coffee, he gets number 1 or number 2. What's he get?
Number 1.
You get a carved wooden statue of an elf.
Ooh.
As the first item you pull out of the sack. Go ahead and give me another roll.
I'll trade you my toboggan.
It looks like Tigray.
Aw.
Freaking you out.
It
Oh.
does. But to you, all elves look the
Sorry.
same because you're a
Yeah,
little
exactly.
racist.
Exactly.
If we catch him in the dark alone with a doll, it's great.
And it's like, yeah, it's like a 6-foot carving, so it's huge on him. Yeah, yeah.
Talking to it. Oh, it's okay, Greybeard.
Ian, roll a 1d4 for me. 3. You reach in and you feel something moving around, and as you pull it out, you hear the squeal of a pig. They had a pig in the sack, so you have a live pig now.
All right.
You get
Dinner.
one last roll. Come on, something
Sounds
good.
like dinner, yep.
All right.
This is one of the Tribor pigs that got stolen, it looks like.
All right. 99. Or 5.
4 or 5. Nice and low. Let's see what that is. You reach in there and it's kind of squishy a little bit, and you're like, what is this? And then it smells as you pull it out, and it's a moldy, stinky wheel of cheese. Pretty big wheel, about the size of your head.
All right.
Also, out of inside the sack is what appears to be, you pull out, and it looks like a kind of maybe a steel or iron. It kind of has that bluish grayish tint to it, and it's like a rod of metal of some sort, and it's probably, I don't know, probably about 10 inches in diameter, and it's probably, to them it was pretty short, but to you it's a, you know, it's like a 7-foot item. It's pretty big rod.
Okay.
And Coffee, as you're casting detect magic.
Yep.
Yeah, there is definitely magic radiating from this rod. Do you grab the rod, Greybeard? I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulling
So
it out of the bag.
you can when you pick it up, you feel a slight vibration to it, and you're not sure, but you almost think it twitched a little bit, like it moved just a tiny bit.
It's Kerrnel. Stop. there are no D batteries in this universe, so you just stop right there, Mister.
He's gonna
All right.
hold the doll and the vibrating rod all at the same
D
time.
batteries? Good lord.
Well, he said, "Look at the size of this thing." He said.
And then, yeah, hanging from Oxort's belt, not in the pouch, but on the belt, appears to be also a same color as the rod that Greybeard has pulled out.
I think I'm gonna check my news real quick. We got a tornado siren going off in the background, so
Okay.
I may or may not decide to follow it.
Okay. It is a piece of metal that appears to be like it was attached to something. It's not like anything you've ever seen. It doesn't appear to be like a weapon shape or anything. It does seem to be about 4 feet long. It has on the top of it, maybe in a half moon circle almost, some notches, but they don't remind you of, like, it doesn't seem like it's a weapon in any way. It seems it must have been a part of something, but you've got no sense of what it might have been a part of.
And it looks like the rod, it's the same, made out of the same metal.
Yes.
And what aura are these things emanating, if anything?
Not an aura that you recognize.
Okay.
It's not a spell that's in a class. It's something different.
Any symbols on them?
Let's take a look.
I'm assuming the ruby pendant doesn't. None of the stuff I have.
Oh, and each one of these things, the rod weighs about 100 pounds.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, and well, actually, you might be getting. What are the schools of magic? Where
Let's
is
see.
that? I tried to look that up before.
Abjuration, divination, evocation.
Yeah, divination
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
is all you can tell. And one piece seems, you can tell it's clearly been sheared or broken. The two pieces don't look like they go together. They don't look like they're the same color, but they're not the same. You know, like they don't seem to fit together. They don't seem to do anything like that. One seems to be broken off of something. The other one seems to be a crafted item of some sort.
Okay.
And that is what you find on our giants.
No coin or anything in there?
Nope.
So again, nothing.
He found the ruby pendant.
Okay, so nothing I have triggered the detect magic.
Nothing that came out of the sack. The thing on his belt did.
Oh, what did I find on his belt?
It's about the same color as the rod. It's probably about 5 feet long. It weighs about 100 pounds. It has a half moon circle kind of on the top with notches, but it doesn't appear to be a weapon of any sort. It doesn't appear to be in the shape of anything you've seen before. The only sense you get is it must have been a part of something, but you can't even figure out what that was. You have
And that's
no
on the
reference to say.
Or the female?
Say
Maybe I
it
missed
again.
something.
You actually, your mic bottomed out there a second. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I'm just trying to figure out if I missed something or not, because I don't remember anything about the belt. Was that on the female or the male?
No, that was on Oxort. It was on Oxort's belt.
Okay. Okay.
And there was another iron rod in the female's bag. And I've got that written down.
That's what Greybeard has.
All right. So who pieced together the belt and the rod kind of were the same material? I guess that would be Greybeard.
Well, all of you are looking at it. I assumed, so I just described it in that way, as all of you are looking at the stuff.
All right. Does so Jarls is gonna ask the group. Does are we all thinking the same thing? That the rod and the belt might have something to do with each other?
Oh, I thought you were still talking about the dwarf and the Tigray doll.
No.
Just checking.
Yes, they definitely do.
I might come back to that though.
We need to
should
figure out
we take
how
the
we
belt off, or should we take whatever that piece of that was on the belt?
Oh, we've taken it.
We have taken it.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's take everything we might need.
All right. So who took the belt thing?
I would assume we just toss it in a bag of holding.
Okay. That's fine. I just want to make sure that I'm not carrying it, or I should be carrying it, or whatever.
Maybe since we've got 2 bags of holding, maybe we should keep them separate.
I put the stuff I found in my bag of holding, so the elf statue, I didn't put the pig in there, but I did put the wheel of stinky cheese and
I say we start cooking the pig for dinner.
Yeah,
Anybody else up for that?
We've got cheese and pig.
Is
And trout.
the trout
And
edible?
trout.
Is it edible?
I'll slaughter the pig and start working on it.
It's hero
Everything's
feast time.
edible. Just
The
depends
giants.
who you are.
I mean, is this trout stinky, or is it just dead trout?
It's dead trout. Yeah, it's been dead a little while.
So it's not.
Well, we got a live pig. Let's go for that.
All right.
I'll slaughter it and start cooking it.
I mean, you look at it and you might think, I wouldn't eat it unless I cooked it.
The trout?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would have cooked it, but I mean, I'm not going to cook it if it's raw.
I mean, Drow eat that stuff just raw, so. I'm just kidding.
It's a Drow or Gullum, man.
Same difference.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna walk over to Greybeard, and I'm just gonna present the drum and the wooden toboggan and say, "Do you want to put these in the bag of holding?"
Sure.
Let's see what size. There's some restrictions there, right? Bag of holding.
Yeah.
It's like 500 pounds or something.
Well, yeah, the weight is 500 pounds, but the size is like 2x3 or something like that.
Yeah, the toboggan's probably too big. Shield could go in.
But we could use the toboggan for the fire for the
Dented
pig.
shield.
Why don't we do a quick appraise and see if any of this crap is worth taking back?
You never know when you need a good toboggan.
We could just drag it with stuff on it.
If we cook the toboggan under the pig, it will lightly cure the meat. I think it'd be beautiful.
Nod jumps down off the fence and says, "You can drag it. I'm not."
I'm guessing nobody has a spell to like make stuff small.
Does
It's not Harry
Jarral ask
Potter.
that?
Yeah, Jarl asks that.
Yeah, 2 feet in diameter.
Yeah, it sounds like you get a bunch of blank stares at you.
All right. Because I think that toboggan would have been useful if we get into the snowy mountains. But yeah, all right. So the wooden toboggan can be firewood. So I'll give the drum to Greybeard to put in the bag.
Okay.
Do I notice anything about the drum? Like any carvings or anything that make it look like anything other than just a plain drum?
Nothing that makes it stand out.
Okay. Trout. I'm not going to do anything with those. The dented steel shield. Does anybody need a shield?
And that wasn't magical.
I don't think anything. I have
No, your
was.
detect magic did not pick up anything on that.
Use it to roast the pig on.
Done. All right.
We're roasting him on the toboggan, I thought.
We're using that for firewood.
Oh.
You never know when you need a good toboggan.
Maybe the toboggan's made of cedar. It's like a cedar plank. Give it some flavor. All right. So the steel shield, we can use that for the cooking. Nobody's going to use it. So I have basically nothing of value. I'm going to hold on to the pendant. And the drum's just going to go in the bag of holding that Greybeard has.
Can we
And
take
you've
an
got-
appraisal roll on the pendant?
Can anybody do that?
Yeah, I don't think any of you would have a skill at that. You'd have to bring it to somebody to have them give you a price.
I don't even see a skill for it anymore.
Yeah.
I think a crafty dwarf would be able to eyeball that with his little monocle. Say, oh yeah.
It
I would
It
not
looks-
trust Greybeard.
yeah,
to
it's
appraise
not
that.
it doesn't look like a bauble, I can tell you that.
Would
I mean,
my
it has value for sure. It's not something
All
just to throw away.
so but because it's stone or mineral or of the earth, do I even have a chance?
Barbarian tavern brawler.
Pirate.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and roll. Let's see
right.
what you can pull out here.
Intelligence or what?
Yeah, I think that would be
Or
that seems pretty good.
investigation?
It would be intelligence. I think that would be a knowledge.
Yeah, I would say.
check.
Well, actually, yeah, investigation because you're trying to look at it to judge value.
All right.
Sure. Yeah,
It's
just,
the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
it's like a nice. You're like it's a ruby. It's a ruby pendant.
Beautiful. I'll just put it right here in my bag.
Not so fast. I will take care of this.
Suit yourself. So, Finn, which one of these rod things do you think is what they dug up at, what's the town? Tribor.
I would guess the big one, not the one on his belt.
All right.
Actually, it's the opposite. The you can tell the one that's on his belt probably still has dirt.
Oh.
On it. It's the piece that looks like it's broken off of something. So I would we can call it just the fragment for now, just to keep it. And the other one is just a rod. But that looks like it's been crafted in such a way. It has a handle, but you're not quite sure what it's doing.
We need some skilled craftsmen to take a look at this. Tell us what they think.
Indeed.
All right.
All right, so the roasting the pig on the fire. You guys have a dinner at this point. Staying in this area, I assume, with 2 dead giant bodies next to you?
Yes.
Are we taking a long rest?
Long rest.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take first watch.
I'll do second.
I'll do third.
I'll sleep.
All right, nobody on fourth? How many? How long are you staying on watch, and how many watches are you doing throughout the night,
I'm assuming a watch is like 3 or 4 hours.
if at all?
A
It's up to you guys. You
long
decide.
rest is 8 hours, and you guys, you pointy ears, can all do that 4-hour meditate still aware thing. So I'm sleeping.
That actually doesn't count as a long rest. Believe it or not.
I do believe it.
We still need the 8 hours
Yeah.
uninterrupted, but we
Right.
can be awake for all but 4 of it, right?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. One
Yeah.
of you does 4, the other one does 4. Switch and
All right.
swap, and that's
All
it.
you got first 4, I'll take second.
Yeah, I got first one.
All right.
All right. Is anybody?
I can
wanting
do-
to
I was gonna do part of it, too.
anything throughout the night. Oh,
What was
okay.
that,
So,
Lucien?
like, Ardreth, you want to take
I can do one of the
maybe a
shifts
couple
too.
hours of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I'm gonna go and burn the rest of my 18 lay on hands on Greybeard
Woo! I guess,
Okay.
if we're taking a rest. And that is all my spell slots. My capability.
and then we're just gonna have our hit points back, right? Because I still have 4 hit dice left to burn on a
if it's
short rest.
If it's
If
a
the long you get a
rest,
full-
you get full
All right.
health,
Cool.
don't you?
You get your hit. You get to use your hit dice. Yeah.
But don't you recover all your health after a long rest?
No, you get in your short rest. You can decide how many hit dice you would like to use. There's a certain number, and then at the long rest, you can also determine how many of your hit dice you're using. It's possible to come out of a long rest without having all of your hit points back. You can have a pretty good number of them depending on how you roll. And if I know there's not going to be like any other things going on, I mean, we have in the past just given you guys full health. But you're out in the middle of the wilderness at this point.
Okay. All right. I didn't know.
What's half of 5?
2.5.
In game, is it 2 or 3?
3.
Okay.
You see my message, Ardreth?
Yep.
All right. And let's say you take the last 2 hours. So who was second watch? Coffee?
Yep.
Yeah, so Ardreth wakes up at some point. You have just a couple hours left. He's going to take the final and, basically... Well, I'll let you play it out, Ardreth. I won't tell you how to do it.
Oh, no, so actually, who took second shift?
Coffee?
Coffee. So Coffee, you go over to my bedroll to wake me up and find it empty.
I take all your stuff. No. So you're gone?
Gone, and
Gone and what? Didn't hear you.
I'm gone, and everything is literally there, including my clothes.
Do I hear a wolf in the distance? Is there a hot blonde?
No,
chick?
you're not hearing any sounds. It's been quiet. You were pretty alert on watch, and you didn't hear anything.
Weird. And did I ever like look over, see him there, and then look over and he's gone?
No, you were probably mostly paying attention to the outside more than you were kind of where people were laying. Keeping an eye on the inside. You were just because it's a pretty big area. You have these 5 logs that are keeping you there, but if you're checking each of the sides to make sure nothing's sneaking up on you at any given time, you just realize, wait a minute, when's the last time I saw Ardreth? It just kind of crosses your mind when you see his empty bedroll.
And he's supposed to be next watch.
Yeah. Yep.
I attempt to message Ardreth if he's within 120.
Yeah, you attempt, but you do not get any response. You're not sure if you're being heard.
And I look in through his pack and his clothes. All his clothes are there?
Yeah, you're looking at everything, and it seems like everything. I mean, you don't have a good inventory on Ardreth, but it seems like all his stuff that you've seen.
His weapons, his clothes, his pack.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to wake anyone else up, but I'm definitely going to be way more alert, and I'm going to kind of go around the top of the fort, looking out into the forest, trying to see if I can see Ardreth anywhere, or see any of his... just see if he's out there anywhere.
Okay. Yeah, you're not seeing anything that's your night vision. The sun's probably going to rise in maybe an hour and a half. You're not seeing anything in the range of what your night vision is.
Okay, then I'm just going to chill and remain on the outlook.
Cool. All right. Ardreth, let's have you. The minute the sun pops up over the horizon is when you wake. And you're just kind of out in the field somewhere.
All right. And so when I wake, I'm trying to basically figure out what the hell's going on, but realize pretty quickly that I'm not in camp anymore and potentially not wearing anything at this point. So I will try to get my bearings, which luckily I'm half wood elf, and proceed back towards camp.
Yeah, you realize that you're probably, your instincts are telling you seem like you're maybe 2 miles away, 1.5 miles, 2 miles out. You're definitely cold, as the evening was chilly, but the sun's starting to rise, and that's going to start warming you up. And you start heading. Somehow you went quite a bit north, it seems. Not in any area you've been before, but you feel like you're pretty far north, about 1 mile or 1.5 miles north of where you think camp is. And then you trudge back, and it's only probably a 12-minute walk back, unless you're running. And Coffee, just as you're probably about to start waking everybody up, as the end of the watch has happened, you see Ardreth coming from the north, buck naked.
I run over to Ian and wake her up and point towards Ardreth. No, that's cruel. I wouldn't do that. That's mean.
I'd probably already be awake, but okay.
I'm just gonna kind of look at Ardreth, kind of like, I'm not gonna wake anyone up. I'm gonna give him his modesty of getting his clothes on.
I was swimming, man. Taking a bath.
I'm gonna ask him if he's okay.
I'm good. And I'll head over towards my stuff and start to get dressed again.
Yeah,
quietly.
And we'll say maybe there are several of you that are normally early risers, and maybe normally this might have been a night that you would have gotten up. But the battle with Tribor charging after the giants, most of you were exhausted. And maybe for the first time you actually slept till sunrise versus being one of the ones that got up. Because you knew somebody was on watch, so there was no. So that we'll leave that as just a little vignette to explore further our role play at some point. So yeah, Ardreth, you're able to get all your stuff on. You start to see people kind of get roused around camp. You guys are at.
Are they roused because I'm naked?
No.
Oh,
They're just hitting up because
not
it's time.
aroused.
Just making sure we've had elf dolls tonight and vibrating
Right.
wands. I just trying to
Was-
be player.
You
Was
guys were playing a
Greybeard,
game there. You
Was
you guys want
Greybeard
to play a different
pitching
game,
a
I guess.
tent?
No, but I
I-
was sleeping on that that big rock. Rating magic.
I do have a question for the DM, or actually just anyone in general. So the ring of protection that I have am I holding it for somebody, or is that mine, or what was the context of that?
We just gave it to you because we hadn't really had a long time to talk about treasure distribution. We ran out of town super fast.
Okay. When you attune something, can you reattune it if somebody else takes it?
Yes.
I believe so.
That's a good DM question.
I think that is true. I've not
Okay.
read that rule, but I'm pretty sure that is true.
Then,
Takes like a short rest, I think.
yeah, it's like
And
4
I
hours.
think, I mean, maybe you should pull it out and have the discussion, because I think because you weren't there, it was one of those things where nobody decided to do anything with it, whereas everybody's here tonight. So it might be a good idea that your group talks about how to deal with loot distribution at this point. You've gathered long enough that there should be some idea of how this works.
I think that's a good discussion over breakfast.
I
Bacon.
wholeheartedly applaud it, and I'm going to say in 5 minutes when we come back from our break, we are going to have an RP session, how our group has a talk with them, each other, and not the DM interrupting them, and they're going to figure out what they're going to do with their loot, which would be nice, and everybody will get to hear what's going on. So let's go ahead and take our 5-minute break. Oh, go ahead.
Just say you want to go play with your dog, Dan. That's all you need
Dude,
to say.
I'm about ready to go. I'm sure my wife is like, "This is your dog. Why aren't you up here watching it?" So
Yeah.
I can't be too long. But let's do our 5-minute,
All right.
and then we will come back and we'll